Hey everyone, this is Sugandha and you're watching Ready for SS English, and I hope so you all are well and you all are waiting for my session since long because I haven't uploaded sessions from a long time, right? So today we would be discussing something very interesting, and that is how to grow as an HR, or you can say how to learn as an HR, because there are so many hurdles when we wanted to grow, when we wanted to get promotions in the organization. Then there are so many hurdles, and if we wanted to learn anything, then yes, managers have insecurities not to teach us or not to guide us completely, right? So make sure to subscribe this channel if you're watching me for the very first time, and do hit that cute notification bell icon so that you could get my updates later on as well whenever new sessions will be uploaded, right? So let's get started with it, and I would be giving you 5 simple tips to grow or to learn as an HR, because these are those things which you can do yourself. If managers or senior professionals at your workplace are not cooperative, then also we can grow, right? So first point is educate yourself. Now here I would be talking about two kind of educations, or you can say two types of educations, and that is education, and that is formal education and informal education, right? Now what is formal education? Formal education is at least you should be a graduate, right? And if you wish to be a postgraduate, then yes, you can opt for MBA, whether it's a regular or correspondence, right? And third is a legal line. You can do LLB or any legal course which can teach you at least basics of legal. Basics of legal means basics of law. That is contract, agreement, bond, how we can do, what all we can write, right? What are the rights and what are the duties. Apart from labor laws or something, you must know what are the rights, duties, and the basic things about law. Okay, so this is called as formal education, which I wanted to recommend you. And next is in this only, yes, I can say that if you're interested or if you're willing to do any certification or courses, you can search as per your choice. I won't recommend any kind of paid courses. Yes, I never recommend any kind of paid courses, because I think simple graduation or post graduation is enough. And second thing is what I recommend most is, that is informal education. Now, what is informal education? Informal is something which is, you're doing it yourself. It's not binded. You're not binded in something like degrees for 3 years, or post graduation is for 2 years, or I'm talking about LLB or law course, that is for 3 years or 5 years. This is just something you are doing it yourself. Like, you need to learn about HR terms, HR processes, the statutory compliances. You can read about the labor laws and the different kind of industrial laws, Factories Act. These things you can learn it yourself. You can join different kind of forums, you can form groups, or you can become part of good LinkedIn groups, professional sites. This is informal education, fine, related to HR. Second point is ask questions. You need to ask a lot of questions with your managers and with your senior personals, senior professionals at your workplace. Whatever task is being given to you, you must ask questions. Whether it is related to your profile, higher than your profile. If your manager say that you are not concerned with the higher things apart from your profile, like you have done recruitment, you have selected a candidate, right? Now there are certain approvals and all. You can ask a manager. You can ask your manager that which kind of approvals are there, how we have to take the approvals, from whom we have to take the approvals and all. It could be that manager won't be guiding you, manager won't be telling you, so that you would be taking approvals yourself or something like that, right? It could be, but you must ask questions, fine. But don't do it just for teasing your managers, just to know their knowledge. It could be like, I have seen so many executives and trainees who try to test their senior persons, or who try to test their managers to know that how much knowledge they have. Don't do that, because this will impact you and your work and your learning capability, or you can say the way you learn things, because it will drag you in a way, because it will make your habit of teasing the managers, or gossiping about them, like he don't know anything. I asked this question, he was like clueless about this question, he wasn't aware. Don't do such things. Just ask questions for your knowledge, for upgrading yourself. You must know that. Don't be a chamcha. Like we always say that every time nice to the manager, saying yes or no for everything. No, it should not be there. You should ask questions. You should respect his position, his or her position. That is fine. You must maintain professionalism. That is fine. But you must ask questions, right? Short and long stories, you must ask questions to get the knowledge, right? Third is expand your knowledge, or you can say upgrade yourself. Now, what is this? Can we link it to the first point, which was informal education? No, we can't link. This is completely different, and this is identify, or you can say analyze your weaknesses. If you are in a journalist profile, analyze what are your weaknesses. If you are in recruiter profile, analyze what are your weaknesses, why you are not. If you are a journalist, why you are not a recruiter. If you are a recruiter, why you are not a journalist. Just try to figure out. It could be that you are a journalist just because you don't want to call people, just because you are afraid of that recruitment targets, right? And vice versa is the case. If you're a recruiter, why you are not a journalist? Because you might be having fear of payroll, that complex calculations, that challans creation, and all that complex excel sheets, employees data, that policies making, that grievances and everything, right? So it could be that you are not in that profession, not in that domain, just because you are fear of that. Means you are weak in that portion, you are weak in that domain of HR, right? So just try to figure out and try to upgrade yourself, expand your knowledge. Because if you wanted to be a manager, if you wanted to be a senior professional in HR, then you have to do multiple things. There won't be like you are only a journalist manager, you are only a recruitment manager, although there is, or you can say there are chances of being a recruitment manager, journalist manager. But if you really wanted to grow, and if you really want hike, and if you really want to be on top, then you have to look every matter of HR, right, of employees. So you must upgrade yourself. Fourth is change for better. Now, what we have to change for better, and why we have to change for better, and what is change, and how we can do it in a better way, right? So this is, as a fresher, whenever we get a job, we feel top of the world. Yes, and this is the job, this is our dream job, and I have got this package and everything. We never think about the future prospects. We never think about the interest or passion. Normally we think less about it, right? So what we have to do is, when we are stepping, if we are fresher, we are stepping into it, and we are an MBA graduate, we are an MBA postgraduate with an HR specialization, we must think that, are we interested in this profile, or we are just opting it because we have done MBA in HR, right? So we must think like that. Next, second thing, if we are having 3 years of experience or 5 years of experience, and we are thinking, oh, we are not able to grow in HR, then also we must think that, do we have to change our profession? Yes, you must think, because it will be like you would be spending 2 years more like this, and you won't be having anything in your hand, you won't be having interest. So you need to change for better. And what are your problems, why you are not able to grow? That is also you need to change in yourself. Why you are in comfort zone? Are you in comfort zone, first of all? And why you are in comfort zone? You have to step out of it. Yeah, then only you can grow as an HR, right? And fifth, which is my favorite, and that is surroundings clean. Make your surroundings clean. How we have to make our surroundings clean? What we have to do? Whenever we are sitting, we have to do dusting? No, that is a different kind of a dusting. Yes, you can do. But here I'm talking about positive people, but positive surroundings, positive connections. Now, what is positive connections, and why we are talking about this? There are certain people who only knows no of everything. Yes, whatever you do, whatever you will do, whatever you will try to do, they will always oppose. They will always say against to it. What you have to do is, you just have to stay away from them. You don't have to be in their company just because you are alone. Yes, it happens several times in the company. You are alone and you're seeking some friend, or you're seeking someone. So you're thinking that, oh, I need someone. So whatever kind of people are there, I will be there. And you start looking world, or you start looking people, or you start looking things from their eyes. This is very common. You must know the difference between personal relationships and professional relationships. First thing, Don't, I always say to my interns and trainees, make relationships at your risk. Make personal relationships at your risk in the company. Never blame us. We are never allowing anyone, or we are not convincing anyone to be in personal relationship at workplace. If you are binding yourself in any kind of relationships at workplace, then you are binding yourself. Nobody has binded you. You're trying to make workplace a sweet home there by forming personal relationships. You are doing at your own risk. Yes. What if you are making your home outside? You're doing it at your own risk. I'm again saying I don't have any problem if you're taking risk yourself. If you're thinking that yes, I'm okay with it, whatever will be there, I will take it, positive or negative, then it's fine. Then don't say that I'm not able to grow. It will naturally affect your learning process. You won't be able to go anywhere else. What you will do is, my friend is there, I'm also there, we are okay with it. It happens. Yes, it happens. I don't need to learn anything. We are working over here, we are getting promotions, we are doing it. A lot of people move, even in relationships they move, but still that needs a lot of sensibility, right? So if you wanted to do, then yes, it's your own choice, but don't get stuck into it, and just try to maintain a difference between personal relationships and professional relationships. You need to interact with a lot of people in the company. Do interactions, professional interactions. Don't try to do personal interactions with everybody. Okay, there are only few people with whom you can do, so you need to first check with whom you can do and do it with them only. Otherwise what will happen is, it will start, or you can say it will be a gossiping kind of a culture around you, and that won't be a clean surroundings, right? So this is very important. You might be thinking that why I have stretched this point, because this is a big hurdle in your learning, or you can say in your promotions, or in your growth. Because we often have a habit of understanding people, or what we can say, not understanding only, we often have habit of getting influenced by a circle, by the people, by their communication and everything, right? So that's why I'm saying that try to get surrounded by positive people, and if you're not able to find anyone, it's better to remain alone than to fall in a bad company, right? So this is my personal opinion, and the rest is yours. I hope so I made it clear. Till next video, all the very best. Stay happy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.